painful, but nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere you do not belong. Mandy Hay. A very good morning, respected chair and my dear scholars. I firmly believe that India needs bullet trains more than better trains. Does anyone know anything about the fastest train in India? It is the Gatiman Express operating at 160 kilometers per hour. Friends, the bullet train is going to operate at 320 kilometers per hour, twice the speed of the fastest train we have. Are we really debating about whether we need bullet trains or not? A 7-hour journey between Ahmedabad and Mumbai is cut to merely 2 hours and 58 minutes with stops at major cities. I would like to ask my contenders if better trains could do that. Not only this, 35 bullet trains will run on this route, allowing greater flexibility and frequency. In addition, the development comes with minimalistic deforestation and environmental changes. My contenders might point at the high price for the tickets, but let me tell you that the reduced commuting time makes this additional fare both viable and acceptable. Faster transportation means faster business, and faster business means more profits. With a deal like that, 3,000 rupees is a minor investment for accelerating business. My friends might also say, why not just take the airplane which has the same fare and the traveling time is even lesser? Well, let me tell you. Number one, airplanes don't stop at Surat and Baroda. And number two, have we forgotten about the tedious 2 hours we have to spend at the airport before actually boarding the flight? Friends, the reduced traveling time is translated into less urban migration. Working individuals get an option to go home to their families, and commuting becomes very easy. The safety and comfort make the bullet trains an extremely economical transport facility. Don't you think the concept of better trains is a never-ending wait? Indigenous technology will take ages before an Indian better train is a reality. And are you saying that these trains will be devoid of improper sanitation, unhygienic catering, numerous safety issues? And most importantly, will these trains be maintained? We all know what happened to Tejas Express, don't we? Friends, the bullet train comes from the land of Kaizen, and they have taken the responsibility of maintaining our bullet trains. Friends, the long-term benefit of bullet trains is evidently the economic development of our country. The bullet trains will create an employment for over 50,000 people. Japan, China, Europe are prime examples for this. My final question to those who prefer better trains over bullet trains is, isn't the bullet train an advanced version of what you call better trains? Why choose better when you can get the best? Remember, friends, a bullet always hits its mark, whereas a spray gun hits everything else but the target. Thank you.
Born on 16th April 1853. Age 161 years. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Indian Railway, carrying India, connecting India, facilitating India, employing India. Yes, this is the Indian Railway. Respected chair and all my dear audience, a very good morning to one and all present here. I firmly believe that India needs better trains rather than bullet trains. On 14th September 2017, the construction for an illogical decision of running the bullet train from Ahmedabad to Mumbai has commenced. Is India just between Ahmedabad to Mumbai? My opponents will talk about saving human hours by simply computing the reduced number of hours. But what about the cost? Are the bullet train fares as cheap as the Indian Railway fares? And the million-dollar question, will it connect the heart of India, the villages of India? Indian Railways since 161 years have connected India with 13,000 trains passing across the tracks every day. Bullet trains, even in the year 2053, will not be able to run in these many numbers. When someone is sick in our house, we take him to the hospital. What Indian Railways need right now is to be taken care of, to be repaired, to be maintained. I think what we are up to is that if our neighbors have got BMW, we'll forget our Maruti 800 and go for BMW, right? What kind of sentiments are we developing in our country, people? This is just a slap to the Gandhian concept of equality. By doing this, we are overlooking the major portion of the country, the poor and the middle class. The per capita GDP of Japan is $38,894, while that of India is $1,709. First, just compare these figures and then talk about bullet trains in India. My contenders would say that bullet trains are high-speed trains which would cover the distance of 7 to 8 hours in 2 to 3 hours. But let me remind them, bullet trains are not as cheap as the Indian Railways. Is the middle class going to afford it? And the upper class people? If this same distance could be travelled by them in just 30 minutes by aircrafts in cheaper or even equal rates, then who would prefer to travel in bullet trains? According to one latest study, bullet train needs to make 100 trips daily to be financially viable. It has come to a conclusion that this project is a loss-making project since day one itself, a massive financial failure. Where is Kaizen, my dear friends? Where is Kaizen? And let us not forget the fact that the foreign debt of rupees 88,000 crore will increase to rupees 1,50,000 crore within 15 years due to the depreciation and exchange rate effect. Then how could this loan be considered as a minimalistic or a free loan? My friends here would say that bullet train project is going to provide employment in India. But let me remind them, Indian Railway Network is the 8th largest employer in the world. What India needs right now is not bullet trains. India needs better trains, better attitude of the Indian Railway staff. The findings of the committee in most of the train accidents lead to bureaucratic loopholes, and the Utkal Express accident is one such example. What we need to do right now is come up with better tracks, better compartments, having cleanliness facility, hygiene, good food, and not just that. Let us make the common people feel safe and secure. Let them enjoy their journey. Let us keep the hand on our heart and ask ourselves one question. What does India need right now? Bullet trains or better trains? And the answer is within us. Jai Hind.